All right. I think we are set to go. So, Cassie?
Maybe I should unmute myself. Yes. That might help us today.
I tried to unmute you, but it keeps yelling at me. It says I can't do it.
Oh,
no. Oh, well. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm like, I don't know. Mornings, I'm always scatterbrained. What about you?
Well, I can tell because you just hugged Stream Elements, not me. So that
it's your channel. It's supposed to put you first when I tag.
Nope, the bot took over today.
Why? Why? Did I get? There we go.
Hey, you hug whatever you want.
No, the bot's mean to me.
It's a free country.
The bot's mean to me. We're not gonna do that.
So how's your short morning been?
Oh, it's been good. Yeah, it's been good. Just got ready and everything. So I went to bed a little. I can't say early, but not late.
A lot late. Yeah.
So
it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, today we are gonna talk royalties. That's exciting to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Cassie? What's your opinion on a royalty?
My opinion? Oh, royalties, man. Make sure you get them all. Don't miss any.
It's like leaving change in the tray at the grocery store or something. I don't know if it's exactly like that, but don't just walk away from money on the table is the whole point, really.
Make sure that you're getting everything. Don't just like do a song with a friend and let them do everything either.
That's right. Unless you're super generous, you'd be like, hey, I don't really care. I'm glad I'm on it. That was good for me. You take all the money. Well, then that's a different story. Yeah. But for the most part, you probably want to get your 50% cut on that.
Right? Everybody wants their own royalties.
That's right. I mean,
don't think a friend's doing you a favor just because they say that they're going to do it for you. It might be not such a favor, guys.
That's true. There might be, like I said, there might be cases I might even consider doing if I'm collaborating with somebody. But for the most part, I might be solo for them on all these things, and you don't want to leave money on the table. And it might be a little bit fractions at a time, but that's all part of like the eventual payoff of marketing it and getting more and more listens and more downloads and purchases and everything. So make sure that you're recouping some of it, if not, none of it. So, oh, you got something to say?
Nope. I was just agreeing with you.
Okay. Stop breathing. All right. So before we jump in, kind of what we're talking about, a couple of questions. When your song is used by someone else, are you getting paid for it? If your song is used by you, are you getting paid for it? Believe it or not, if you actually submit like a set list after your live set, whether you're spinning your songs on a club set or if you actually are, performing it live with a band, you can get paid royalties on your own performances of a song. So that's a big one that I've heard a lot that people do not even know exists. You can cover your own music. Kind of weird, huh?
Right.
Yeah. If you're not getting paid for a song, how would you even know someone's getting, using your music? It's kind of like, well, you need something to track it. There's no way to. There's all of the ways to use it now, and with now with social media libraries, you have Facebook, you got Instagram, you got TikTok. Cassie knows these things because I screwed up my first song submission last month already. No, actually, I take that back. I believe I hit up TikTok with it. Instagram, I did not. I did
Oh,
not.
so I can play with it on TikTok?
It should
That's
be
so
in there, yeah.
cool.
But Facebook's library, don't know why I didn't select it. So, but you know what? Lesson learned. And
You
whenever I
should
get
do
to that,
Instagram and TikTok, man, at least.
whenever I get to that next track, it'll be getting a lot more love than the first one because it was a learning experience.
Just FYI, I did change some of my stuff, so if I'm a little loud, you could let me know.
I think you're okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Anyone out there getting scared by Cassie's
No,
loud voice? Okay, good. Okay.
I just hear myself, so I know, like,
Oh,
out of nowhere, like, now that I fixed my sound settings and everything.
gotcha.
So sorry about that.
Is this all because you got a new keyboard last week or whatever?
No, I finally figured out how on my stream to get the music to come through because my system, because of the two different screens that I have,
Gotcha.
it wasn't connecting correct through OBS because of the style of second screen extension that I have. Yo, Twin Tonics, how you doing?
Hey guys, Stream Tribe Ambassador right there. Love them, don't hate them. They're awesome from Canada,
We
right?
love our twins.
Yeah.
How you guys doing today? We're just getting over, going over the different few things. If I can thank for, are you getting paid what you owed for the songs that you release?
Yeah, and I realize some other people that are on Twitch are probably doing a lot of just spinning of other people's music, which, and in that regard, they're helping other artists get paid. But if you're in music production, you probably want to get paid if someone is doing the same for you. Um, so yeah, what we're gonna kind of go over is a short checklist, and at the end we'll actually provide a free gift. We have a free PDF checklist. It's a little bit more expansive or a little bit more beefier than the 4-point checklist we're going to go through today on the stream. But this will help you cover all your royalty registrations and affiliations, and make sure that you have your music registered with a DSP or a digital service provider, which is those fancy online distributors that get your music onto platforms like Apple Music and Spotify and Tidal and Shazam, and I can go on and on and on. So, so yeah, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this fancy checklist here. And Cassie, it for your reference, it is the short purple and pink one I
Yeah.
sent over. Okay.
The 4-pointer.
Yep. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to display these on our thing here. So these are not in any particular order, but this is what our checklist is a little different. The one we'll provide later. This one is in an order that came from a publishing admin company called Songtrust. They are in the business of doing this exact sort of thing, and we partner with them to help promote that sort of stuff. So if you haven't checked it out yet, songtrust.com, but you will know more about why they exist in this flow, in this checklist. So hang tight. All right. So what we're going to start with is number one. When you're done with a song or done with an album, you want to release your music through an online distributor, like I said earlier. So a DSP or a digital service provider. This can be anybody like CD Baby, DistroKid, Route Note. There's a newer one called Artist Republic that I've tried out. Works out fairly well. Ooh.
Sorry.
Yellow. Thought a fire
Hello.
alarm. All right. Fire alarm is not one of those platforms.
And we did talk about this in one of our previous Music Tip Mondays as well, a few other online distributors and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll probably cover similar topics over and over again just because there's so much overlap. But
oh yeah, just saying it for reference because we're not going really into those online distributors today. But
yeah, we've done it before and we'll probably do it again.
Yep. And catch us next one. So keep an eye if you want to know more about those. Just a quick side tip.
Side tips. We like side tips. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, you want to make sure you find your store because that's going to get you, like I said, into the Spotify's, into the Apple Music's, into the Beatport if you pick a certain one. Especially with DJs, you're going to find that only, I believe, 3, potentially 4 distributors out there actually only distribute to Beatport, and this was a first-hand issue for me. What's this about a nugget? I
We
tell
love
you,
the 90s once your nugget.
it's just something to do with Denmark. Anyway, okay.
We love our Denmark fam. They love the nuggets.
Yes, yes. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Good to see you, my man. If you're talking about royalties being your nuggets, then yes, you're gonna want to collect all of your nuggets. So,
Go collect all your royalty nuggets.
and that can be taken in many ways, but we're gonna leave it at that. Anyway, so this royalty type through DSPs is considered recording revenue. So there's different royalty types. Okay, it's a nugget. All right. So this is recording nuggets in Denmark, but recording revenue in the rest of the world.
Are you recording your nuggets now?
You know, if we're here to talk about nuggets, then we are on the wrong channel. I gotta start a new one.
Might need to change the category for that one.
Are we gonna have to be in the hot tubs category? Because this is not gonna work. Ooh, it's a nugget.
Oh,
Yeah.
we love the 90s. Hello, welcome in, and we hope you're doing great today. You and your nuggets.
Whew. Man, it makes you not want to record this episode just because there's gonna be nuggets on it. Anyway. Oh, I just realized we have a ticker that should be turned off there. My bad. Anyway, got the wrong ticker on.
You got a pork ticker on?
I had a ticker that said stream starting soon, and I was like, oh, I got right into it. I'm like, oh, forgot about that nugget. Too many nuggets that the other nugget was supposed to be turned off.
Man, those nuggets, man, they stack up.
I know. Tell me about it. Anyway, so after the releasing your music through an online distributor to get into all those fancy stores where your people can find you, that includes Amazon Music as well, YouTube Music, Tidal, Shazam, Spotify, Apple Music for streaming, and iTunes for purchasing, among many others. And off the top of my head, even though I've just like recently wrote out a few like this morning, I can't think of them. But so after doing that, we're going to switch to step 2, and that is affiliating yourself with a collection agency or a performing arts organization, which is what PRO stands for. From this checklist, it looks like it may be also known as a CMO in other parts of the country. Unfortunately, did not get a chance to look up what that means, but maybe some of our visitors do. But this would be people in the United States, like ASCAP and BMI, and also potentially CSAC. These 3 are meant to help with the royalty type of collecting writer's share of performance royalties. Now, I'm not going to go in and say that I know what all of the full descriptions are, but I'm just referencing that these are the types of royalties that you'll want to make sure you're collecting on. So if there's specific questions as to what any of them means, then we'd have to dig a little bit deeper.
Collection Society, CMO is the collection society that enables copyright owners and administrators collect royalties generated by several types of use, unlike PROs, which track and collect only performance royalties. CMOs collect both.
Gotcha.
Performance and mechanical.
Got it. And I believe number 3 covers mechanical in the States, so maybe CMO has some overlap between steps 2 and 3, so we'll get to that. So yeah, you definitely want to get yourself affiliated with one of these guys. They don't do a lot of the active outreach to make sure that you're getting royalties collected, but they will provide the payout when they have it on file that you're getting a payout. So, and that's kind of where number 3 comes in, which is registering your songs with a publishing administrator, such as Songtrust. Now, Songtrust would be the active party in this, where they're going to go out and actually find all of the places that your music's being used, and help report that to your PRO, and that will in turn get you more paychecks more often, ideally. Preferably if you're getting, and that's assuming that you're getting all the streams and curated playlists positions and stuff on Spotify, and um, however else people are listening to your music, it's out there. Even if people are borrowing it and putting it on their streams, and you're getting that collected as well. So,
Mhm.
a publishing administrator, and I have to look this up again because people do get confused with publishing, and I wish I had been a little bit more proactive on this one, but let me find this quick. And I probably missed it already. So publishing admin will focus on getting you. So they're the royalty type that they focus on is getting the publisher share of performance, mechanical, and microsync royalties. So, like we said earlier, they overlaps a little bit on mechanical in terms of CMO. I am going to find this. There we go. Chapter 41. Yep, I was not on the right page. So for publishing, and like I said, people do get confused by what it is. So you know what a record company does, what a record label does. In theory, a record label their job is to promote, and in the sense of the term, exploit recordings for maximum financial gain. Basically, get you as much as possible for the content that you're producing. So music publishing is exactly the same thing, except it's more focused on the actual songwriting. So they're trying to get you as much as possible for the songs that you've written versus just the marketing. So that kind of covers the other aspect. It's not just, hey, my music's out there, or I'm performing it, or whatever, or selling it, or using it. What am I trying to get at? It's not on albums and stuff like that, but you're also getting it when other people use it. So you're covering you and other parties. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you for sharing the link, Cassie. I should note that if you do register on Song Trust, that there is a coupon code. 11 Music 2022 will get you 15% off on your registration fee.
Music, what?
11 Music, so I can write it out too. So.
Oh, I already had it almost all done. I just needed the numbers.
Sorry, there you go. That coupon code on Song Trust will get you 15% off. It is $100 a one time, so this brings it down to $85 one time, and then after that, it's all money back to you. So ideally, you would be recouping that in however long it takes you to produce your music and gain, some kind of critically acclaimed popularity level.
Hey, you got to make sure we're getting out there where we can, right?
That's right. All right. And then, the last step of this is, and this is US only actually, but it's recommended that you register your songs also with Sound Exchange. Now, Sound Exchange is more on collecting royalties earned from streaming radio like Pandora and satellite radio like Sirius XM radio. So the type of royalty that this collects is digital performance royalties on the recording. And then there's also a note here on most non-US countries. Registering your songs with a neighboring rights society to collect royalties paid to recording owners and performing artists when songs are played on broadcast radio, played in public, or other similar places. That royalty type is neighboring rights royalties. So the United States is the only one that has this digital performance royalties on the recording. And then neighboring rights royalties is the ones outside of the country. So, all still very complex to just sit here and talk about, even though you try to break it down into 4 steps. Any thoughts, Cassie?
Any add-ons? Are you asking?
Yeah.
No,
that was a lot for me to spew.
So just to go back for that PRO and CMO, it's because looking in that a little bit, the difference is because the CMO has that mechanical. If you just do the PRO, you'd have to actually get your mechanical rights organization as a separate for the rest of that. So that's why
Gotcha.
you can either get two separate royalties or just one based on which one you go through and who and what you do.
Gotcha. And again,
And that's what it includes the BMI and the ASCAP are styles and mechanicals.
gotcha. And I think that's also something Song Trust does, helping with
Mm-hmm.
mechanical and microsync, which I believe microsync is technically things like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, and all those micro content thingies that we're producing all the time that have to people love.
Mm-hmm. And then don't forget, you guys, if you do want a little bit more of that meat about the online distributors for these, this is more of that step 1 and 2 that we were talking about. You can go back and we will probably touch base on it probably soon again, especially being a topic. But we did post on the Stream Tribe Facebook and uh, through the email if you want to sign up for the weekly emails um, about what good online distributors are and what they can do for you. So we
Awesome.
can dive a little bit more into that.
Cool. All right.
So, a big remembering of the types of royalties that we did talk about today was first being the recording revenue royalty type, second being the writer's share of performance royalty type, publisher's share of performance, mechanical, and microsync
You
royalties.
think they would name all these really easy because neither of us can say them without stumbling over them.
Right? And I'm part dyslexic, so I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Digital performance royalties on the recording and neighboring rights royalties for our overseas friends.
Awesome. Good recap.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Did my... Oh, poof. Thought my computer froze there for a sec. My tab wouldn't let me switch. Phew. Okay. So right. Um, so and really, it's recommended that these things are done every time you finish a song or note that we come across that are like, yeah, I have an entire backlog. Haven't been doing this for years, and now you have to like build a spreadsheet and make sure you have all the information around each of those recordings before you say, well, now I got to go over to ASCAP or BMI or Song Trust and add all this stuff. And um, now, when you get into like the online distributor, those places will usually provide you what's called an ISRC code. And these are codes that are unique to your song or your work. And these are how the PRO and Song Trust and the distributor all together help you track these. So by linking them together, and actually, just as an example, it works really well because, as an example, what I had done recently was I released a track and I posted it to my personal SoundCloud maybe a week before, just to kind of have it posted and shared publicly. And when I registered with my distributor and my PRO and Song Trust, everything was squared away. It didn't take more than a week or two to get a copyright violation claim on myself because it had posted to SoundCloud under a distributor profile, and I had a manually created artist profile, and then I actually had to work to merge them together because I had violated my own copyright. And that's I know it's working when I can do it myself. So,
right?
um, so it's not just a lot of busy work that's not going to pay off. It is doing something, and I will.
Yep, everything that we go over and that you have to do every time you release a song. Promise, it's not busy work and people just trying to bury you in paperwork. It's paperwork that's going to help you.
It is. Like, how else would you get paid? How else would you pay
Right?
yourself? Yeah. Um, and it's also another good best practice, and this will be on the checklist that we're going to give out free at the end here, um, is to keep if you have like a Dropbox or a Google Drive or something like a cloud folder, even a local one, because if you have like a physical backup drive somehow that you want to, but just wherever you store your files, start a folder for each song or each album and create a like a Word doc or a Google Doc or whatever and list out all the details for these songs because you kind of want to have like a, for lack of a better term, Rolodex or like, if baiting myself here if I say library card catalog, but if we go really far back, just having like something on file that says, okay, all my songs, all of these are registered and who they're with. You want to include like the title of the song, all the writers and the publisher contributors and the owners of the song and any applicable ownership percentage splits to make sure everyone's getting paid fairly. Percentage splits are usually put in at the PRO level, so you can kind of split out who's getting what and how much they contribute to each song. The date that the song was written, the date the song was released to the public. Might be good to have the BPM, the tempo of the song, the lyrics if it's not an instrumental, the UPC number, which is also usually supplied or by your DSP or your online distributor, and that's in addition to the ISRC number they give you. So just kind of having like this record of every song and every album filed away, because if you ever have like some kind of legal issue or something comes up down the road, you have documentation aside from what's owned by these third party companies. You want to have something that says, hey, I'm the owner, and hey, I know what my splits are for the people that I worked with. So
Having that original copy file to prove.
yeah. It's almost like self notarizing, like, all right, this is mine, back off.
All of your emails, that email that when you sent it over for the collab,
Yeah, and
that downloaded because archives only keep them for 2-3 years in your back office. So
yeah, if you don't think other people make enough paperwork for you, make more paperwork for yourself, I guess.
just save it into a folder, if you're worried.
Yeah,
Some people like to do two things, so cover your butts.
that's
That's
right.
all.
Yeah, you never know when it's gonna hit you. You hear about these things all the time. Some big name came back on this company because they've been using their music in a commercial and it's not properly vetted, and now they owe the money, and now it's in a legal battle, and that's where all this stuff starts. So it's good to be on top of it from the get go. Um,
Yep.
yeah.
And
So
making sure that your music's out there everywhere, knowing that it's you instead of somebody just playing it on a clip and then taking credit for it later.
that's right.
So
That's right.
don't let it get to Instagram before you get those royalties and the distro kit or whatever you want to use for your distributor.
Did you just call me out on that?
I don't know
No.
what you're talking about.
We got time for that. Yeah.
I'm
So
just reminding because I totally swore we had that conversation before he released the song, and so he wanted to go through it to make sure he got the right distributor, and he
yeah,
forgot a button. He
I
just
was
he
I was
just
more
forgot to click it. We got the right distributor, but the button wasn't clicked.
That's right. I was looking for particular ones to like test run this because it was my first time releasing a track on my own. The drummers don't typically release the music, so this was all new to me, honestly.
Right? He
But
gets
it was a great,
royalties from the
yeah.
drumming.
Well, if someone tells me I get 25% of it from a band, sure, but I'm not sure if any of my past bands have ever registered any of their stuff. Who knows? I might be owed that, and I don't know about it. So,
Hey, maybe you should start taking the advice, huh?
I'm going to go back and like, hey guys, where's my money? Uh, not too worried. We're pushing quite a few years now, but anyway.
Well, it's probably past that statute of limitations.
Yeah, is it like where you mow someone else's lawn for 7 years and then you get to collect their property, kind of thing? I
Yeah,
don't know.
something like that. Hey, I've been doing this whole time, but never asked for anything, so now I am. We hear about that all the time too, so careful, guys. Always talk about it when you're working with people on who's going to get what, so nobody tries to fight it later.
Yeah, yeah.
Just be upfront with people you're collabing with.
Upfront, document, get signed documents that show the splits. Already signed off on it. Have the paper trail. More paperwork.
I know, more paperwork. Sorry, guys. You can always have other people try and do it for you, but again, as we talked about last week, don't just get people to do stuff. Try it yourself first, like Matt's doing. He's on
Yeah,
that side of me. He's
yeah,
trying it himself to make sure he's doing it right as well for our clients, but also to make sure that the steps aren't missed when we help people.
That's right. And actually, I'm learning from my business partners. They've gone through it many times, and they're actually the experts in this. So it's not like I'm doing this the first time alone.
Mm-mm.
It's important for me to be on the same page with them, but typically I'll refer people who need that more in-depth advice and can deep dive with them over to their plates, and then they can help. So,
Yeah,
uh,
we have different expertise in the business for
yeah,
different things, and but there are senior experts that we still have to get advice from.
yes,
Promise, we don't know everything.
no. I wish I did, but I don't think anyone suffers from that problem at this point. So, well, I'm going to drop the checklist into those who are still hanging out here with us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
You got
see.
it, so I don't need to. I already have it open.
Oh, yep, I got it pasted or copied here already.
Okay, sounds perfect.
All right, free gift. Yay!
Yay!
We need a sound effect for free gift.
We can do that.
Maybe we should just call this today's free nugget.
Free nugget for the Nugget Man.
That's right.
Free nugget. Free nugget. We're on a free the nugget. Oh, free nugget, not free the nugget.
PDF in you, as you might say. So anyway.
Free the nugget versus free nuggets. Completely two different things, I see.
Yeah. Always have the right context. Otherwise, you could have other legal issues, and we're not going to go there. That is not involved in this stream. So.
Oh, I love it.
Brutal.
Alrighty. So, you got anything else for us today?
No, I think I've got I'm covered. That's all for me. I'll just spit that out. Apparently I can't talk today. I don't know. I'm just having that was a lot to cover, and I felt like I kind of stumbled through it because again, there was a lot of detail in a very short checklist. But now I can't talk about anything, including myself.
Hey, don't we all have those moments? Like
I did great.
You did great, sweetheart. I almost clicked the wrong link. I'm making sure that I have everything else because I still had it up and all.
And I will say that if anybody does have any questions that they did not want to ask today during the stream, feel free to reach out. Turnup211.com. We're happy to answer any questions privately via email. That's what we're here for. Sorry, I feel like I'm going to sneeze now too.
So again, today's recommended action is review that created royalty checklist that he just dropped. If you're planning on dropping a song, working on collabing with anybody, taking care of any of that, I totally forgot to host today, and I didn't even remind anybody.
She didn't collab either. Oh my god!
I didn't collab, you guys. I didn't collab right by hosting right. Oh no!
I would host, but we're actually using my channel today, so that's a different story.
I know you can't host yourself.
There'd be a feedback loop or some kind.
And if you guys want to find out, again, we do music career coaching through Stream Tribe Records, and we do have the seniors as well as the underdogs of the. We're not complete underdogs. He's higher than me. I'm like the lowest dog of the dog.
We'll get her up there.
I just do the informational fill between, and I'm there because I'm the senior coach when it comes to social media. Yes. They the senior coach when it comes to releasing music. I think I did that backwards, but
it's okay. We share knowledge.
We share it
so that we can
Everybody
help
has a piece of the pie to help because nobody can remember all of the information.
We all have to be subject matter experts in our own little niche, and then we all cross-reference each other.
Exactly. It's teamwork makes the dream work, guys. Even in collabing songs, the more you talk, the more you work.
What if you don't have dreams, Cassie?
Everybody has dreams. Whether you remember them or actually hold on to them is your fault or not. Haha.
That was very motivational today. Thank you. That was deep.
Let's go deep. I'll go deep, real deep.
A deep nugget, Cassie. Wow, that's okay. Anyway. All right. Well, thank you for everyone joining us today, and thank you again, Cassie, for being awake and being here.
Of course. I actually went to bed earlier, you know.
Yes.
Sorry that I got delayed at the end. I just really all of a sudden like had to go to the bathroom. I hate it when that happens. When about to go live, it's just like, oh no, go. Fuck, I'm like pending, but all right.
We just call it. We should hashtag stream before the stream, right?
Yep, that's why I do my 10-minute countdown because I know, man, the moment I press play, I gotta go pee. It's like my body goes, no, you're not ready.
It's a preview, not a preview. Nah,
Yep.
that's you know, I'm just gonna stop with the dad jokes because I shouldn't do
Dad
that.
jokes, man. We gotta love it and
Uh,
end it on a good one, you know?
luck. You know, I do believe our dad joke generator still works in this chat. So you know,
Yep. And I will drop one more thing for you guys today. If you are just coming in and catching us at the end, we are part of also 11 Music, and this is part of one of their online. Um, I'm forgetting what word I'm trying to say right now.
that's a blog. It's an article.
There we go.
It's
There
a
we go.
thingy. It's a
They
thingy.
put an online article summarizing kind of what we just went over today. Today was a little bit more of an in-depth than talking to you guys actually about that royalty checklist. But in there, they have a different royalty checklist that you can click on than the one that we gave you that's not as extensive or detailed into how the steps are, like the free one that we just put into chat. But that is an article that kind of recaps to keep in mind next time if you can't remember what we went over and you want a quick little reminder. Save it, join it, enjoy the article. But it does go over the same things that we did today.
And we probably went a little more deeper on the video today. I do think this article needs a little updating. It is a little older, but it is still relevant. So feel free to take advantage of it, and the resources are still fairly current. So yeah. Again, the free resource in chat, the royalty checklist that's actually in that article is the one that we did on stream today, the 4.1. So that's a little bit of a, hopefully not confusing. There's only two checklists: the one in the chat, the one in the article. But both were covered here today. And yeah, again, like I said, turnup211.com. We are here to answer questions privately as well as publicly. So.
Correct.
All right. Well, we will.
If there's anybody in the lurk that has questions, now would be the time to ask them. We will be heading soon after his probably summary, unless you guys got a question. Because I did see a few people pop into lurk recently. So we love you guys all, and thank you so much for your time with us. And Matt, did you want to do your 40-second recap?
I can, but before that, I just remembered that actually next week is a holiday in the U.S., so we will be 2 weeks before we're back. We seem to be on a 2-week cycle right now as we figure out how we're getting this into our regularly scheduled programming, but we will manage to get it a little more current, or a little more regular, I think.
Hey, we're getting better. Cassie got a new job. Her sleep schedule is all fixed, so once we get through holidays, we'll be good, right?
Boom. Yeah. So next week is the 4th of July here. So a little happy birthday action for the country. And then we'll be back the week after. All right, Cassie, take it away on the 40-second thing.
Oh, I'm doing the 40-second, or you do the 40-second.
Oh, okay. Sure. That's what I meant. Sorry. So just to recap, for the sake of Cassie, step 1, make sure you release your music through an online distributor. This is the recording revenue royalty type. Step 2, affiliate yourself with a collection society such as a PRO or CMO. This is like BMI or ASCAP in the United States. This royalty type is a writer share of performance royalties. Step 3, register your song with a publishing administrator such as Song Trust. They will help you with publishers' share of performance, mechanical, and micro sync royalties. And last, step 4, focus on registering your songs with Song Trust in the U.S. That is it. So wow, it's like becoming an auctioneer for your recaps. It's just sad.
It's great. It's great. I love it.
I'm like, there's not a lot here. I should be able to do this. No, I didn't get to touch on the royalty type for number 4, but that's okay. You know, bah. I'm going to get better at those. We're only like 4 or 5 in here, so we'll get better at that.
I'm trying to get out the steak of Cassie. We got this. There we go. I'm flipping. You're supposed to keep talking, remember?
Oh. I thought you were telling me I had 4 seconds left.
No, that was me saying step 1, step 2,
Oh,
step 3, step 4, and check.
I thought I had run out of time, so I cut it off.
No, you're fine.
I missed.
You got it actually at exactly 40 seconds.
Okay.
So you did right by me doing the counts, I guess, sped you up to get you through it. Woohoo!
We need to always work off of checklists, 'cause otherwise we would fail at this miserably week after week. So.
That was great.
All right. Well, this time we'll actually say goodbye. I know we like around here we say goodbye 4 times. So thanks again for joining us. And we got our recap. We got your checklist. You got your freebies, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Most certainly. See you guys later. And thank you so much for joining us, even if you did have to lurk and work. We appreciate it. And for those of you that came in, make sure you give a shout out a follow to Twin Tonics. And we love the 90s. Thanks for stopping in today.
Thanks, guys.
You guys are amazing. Come on, download my clip. Sorry, I'm trying to clip at the same time and download it before. But it's giving me issues.
It's all good.
It's making me sad.
Are you raiding me today?
I will go ahead and raid unless you already have someone.
Nope. I am just getting that end screen going here.
No problem. Go ahead and pop us on the end screen, and I will go ahead and find us a nice little raid while I download the clip. And there we go.
Sweet.
Who do we have today? Da-da-da-da. Who's on? Wow, not many people are on today. Hey, do we want to go send some love over to a friend? Whoops. I think I have somebody for us. They're outdoors right now, and they're a friend. Since we were doing a music talk, I'll head over. They're doing the outdoors travel and hiking. You want to do that?
Sweet. I'm good.
Alrighty, hunt music. I think I did right. Alright, we'll go ahead and head on over there and send some love on over and see some outdoors and some fun. And I hope to see you guys next time. Again, in 2 weeks, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 Central Standard Time, to catch us for another Music Tip Mondays with another topic. Come out with your notepads, and pens, and questions if you got them. We'll be here.
Sweet.
Thanks
All
for
right.
joining us today.
Bye, guys.
Bye.